having one of those. There's this joke. It's where's my mouse? My mouse is very good about disappearing, but I'm seeing all these lovely people in the chat, which is fantastic. Hello, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. That means it is Mini Mayhem time, and we have a very cool and coming out of the fog type of fun theme going on today. I cannot wait to show you all of these minis. We are in for some fun, and I have some great announcements too to throw in. I mean, this is just like a party. And I'm also slightly giddy because it's also been the first day of school with my kiddos, and that's been an interesting morning. But that aside, if you are looking for information, don't forget that down below in the description, I make a point to put in links whenever available, along with information about each of the products you'll see with their SKUs. Always, always, always reach out to your FLGS and see what they have on hand and place an order with them and see if they can help you out with obtaining what it is that your heart desires. If for some reason there is no FLGS near you, then by all means, please check things out online. So we have that fun little stint in there. Also, while you're here, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget you're welcome to subscribe. And if you want to find out when fun things like this stream, along with video uploads and other streams that are coming down the pipeline, just be sure to hit subscribe and ring that bell, and that way you will be in the know. That being said, it is D&D day here on Mini Mayhem, and yes, my name is Vee Mus'e. I may have forgotten to say that because I kind of just got into my own little rigmarole. Anyways, I am Vee Mus'e, and we have some really amazing products coming out, some very soon, some down the line, some further down the line, and that one we'll get to. And there's also something that's already out, but I thought might be a fun little thing to share with everyone. And actually, where did I put you? Let me get that one out first, because this is one of those things where I don't think people realize that we do have some crossover with our Dice Masters line as well as HeroClix. But with Dice Masters especially, we have this game that I wanted to bring up and mention and show you. And it is the Dice Masters Dungeons & Dragons Trouble, let me get the glare off, Trouble in Waterdeep. So this is one of those games that is particularly great if you're a fan of the Waterdeep module book. There's what I want. And you actually get figures like Jarlaxle in there, Xanathar, you have Force Grey, you also get the walking statue, and cool things like that are involved in this kit. It is also fantastic if you are just learning how to play Dice Masters, and very, very good too for players who are, you know, a pair of people if you want to get going with that. So this is a product we have floating out there. Again, reach out to your FLGS or check online if you don't have one near you. But I did want to give this sort of a quick little honorable mention so that everyone knows that this is something that you can look into and explore for getting for your own collection. And again, if you're a big fan of Waterdeep, highly recommend you check this one out because it has the gorgeous artwork and everything like that. Let me show you the back of the box, which you can see here. So all the cards have the artwork from Waterdeep. It's really, truly stunning. In fact, I'm going to open this up just so you can get, I don't know, a sneakity peek. Well, it's not a sneak peek, but get a closer look. Because like I said, this is already available. This is already out there. But it's one of those things that I wanted to grab and share, as I like to do. You don't want to... I'll walk through the warehouse and like, this looks fun and that looks fun. So here we have one of the playing decks that you can put to use, which is pretty standard. And there is, underneath, I want to get to the cards. Come here, little cards. I'm not touching the dice because we'll be here all day. I kind of have a thing for dice. But I did want to take a minute, a hot minute, as they say, and show you some of the dice from this set because they're just so... Oh, now that's perfect. I literally just pulled out Xanathar. So I gotta block it so it focuses more on Xanathar. Let's see if I can get you. Can you do the autofocus for me, camera? So you get Xanathar. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm not moving minis to the side, not at all. Let me flip to the overhead. Okay, so here you have, that's better. Xanathar, look at the artwork on this one. Ah! I love that. Who else we got in here? Create bonfire. Look at that. I am such a sucker for gorgeous artwork. It not even funny. Heist. Shield. I mean, just, it really is a gorgeous set. So if you're into Dice Masters, or you're considering it, and you love yourself some Waterdeep and Dungeons and Dragons, this is definitely a set to take a look at. And I made sure that we have the SKU information down below. And I see, I will take out dice because I see that Goblin Katie is talking about dice, and we all know Goblin Katie is a goblin for dice. So here, these are just some of the dice to give you a look. Now, I am very brand spanking new to Dice Masters. Like, I'm just starting to get the idea of how to play it from watching videos. I have not played it personally, so I cannot guide you in terms of how to play, but I can tell you that these dice have a nice weight to them, which I'm very picky about. And they're just, the designs are really, and the colors too. So it's a fun set. It's one of those pieces where everything I personally feel is high quality, well done. And if you're a collector of D&D items, like myself, I'd say that this is definitely one you want to put onto your radar, especially if you want to start getting into Dice Masters, the game. So that is our little honorable mention for Dice Masters. I know it's not mini related, but you know, D&D kind of had to go there. What I wanted to talk about now, and they're all here. So let me shift these over. So I thought it would be really cool, full pun intended, to take out our D&D Icons of the Realms, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, because I have some of the pre-painted miniatures that you can get from the brick and boosters for this particular line. Again, I have the information down below in the description should you want to look into getting these, but I've pulled out the minis that I feel are just absolutely so cool and so much fun and wanted to share with you all. And I also have a personal connection to these minis because these are the miniature line where I was working with the other artists and we were trying to get things pulled together for D&D Live. But that's, you know, that I can ramble on about for ages. So let's see. Okay, we already have someone shouting dragon, so we can by all means take a look at, first up we have the young white dragon here. And this is on the clear base. So I'm trying to get it so you can see. There we go. Young adult white dragon is on the bottom below, and it's 43 of 45. And you can even see, thankfully for this clear plastic base, the great details of the scales on this miniature, just on the underside and its belly. And then look at the texture in this wings. This is actually, this mini is a near and dear to me because I got to paint this one. Not this one. This is from the factory. I didn't paint this one, but I got to paint one of these. And it's just, the texture and the details are incredible. I especially love the back. Look at this. With all the musculature and everything going on around there. So that's the young adult white dragon that you could be getting in your brick booster, depending on what you do. Keep in mind, it is 44 minis in the collection that you can collect. The boosters are blind, so you don't know what's coming in those boxes. But the more you get, the more you can collect. So that's the dragon. And this is another one that I think is such, and this again will work with the Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden when that comes out. These are due to release September 16th, by the by, just so you know. But here is the Frost Salamander. Again, clear plastic base, and this one we can see the name a lot faster. The wings do need to be attached. I will say that, at least the one that I got, because I have something called a preview box, which we're giving to our influencers, so we can highlight the minis we really want to make sure people are seeing. So I did have to attach the wings, but that was super easy. It was just a little thin film of super glue and pop, pop, in they go. So here's the Frost Salamander, and I love the sheen, but look at the musculature. And again, this is factory paint, so keep that in mind. This is pre-painted, but another really awesome mini. Give you a sense with that one. Yeah, the glimmer, the shimmer, again, it just fits so well into the whole icy, windy, twilighty feel to the setting itself. So here we have the Frost Salamander. I was going to say the Frostmander. That's a different game, it sounds like. And then we have our Mammoth. I'm really liking these clear bases because, again, this is so you can see things underneath when you go to use your terrain. Just saying, keep that in mind. So here is the mammoth. I love the face on this one. And I like this pose with the 1 foot up. It's just such a different motion. But you can see, look at the great detail in the fur. I love that. So we have the mammoth. And continuing through, the killer whale. This one I think is cool because of, we have the combination of the translucent plastic, which is tinted this blue color. So you can see inside the tail in the plume of water. And then you have the whale itself coming out. So that's another really cool, awesome piece. I'm going to be saying cool a lot because I have like a cold, rainy day outside and I'm running cold. So everything's cool, right? Chilly, freezing. No, I'm kidding. But here's the whale. And again, let me show you the back. There's see, killer whale. And okay, I'm going to show this one because this one's a very popular one and it is just ever so much of endearing cuteness. Here is the snow owl bear that when we first revealed these miniatures with D&D Live 2020, people went gonzo over, and rightfully so, because it's just such a fun take on an owl bear, but it's a snow owl bear, which maybe I can get this to catch, sort of. It's a little tricky with the white. There we go. Snow owl bear. Snowy owl bear, I should say. So here you have this one with its adorable expression. I mean, honestly, all of the minis involved with the boosters and the bricks, they are so amazing. I love all the textures and the details that have gone into each of these minis. Because of the setting, you're going to be getting a lot of factors in terms of the clothing that some of the miniatures have on. It's furs, it's thicker fabrics and things like that. And the monsters are just these really neat takes on what you would encounter in that type of environment. So I wanted to make sure you had a chance to see a good number of these. Speaking of what you could encounter in the environment, here we have the crag cat. Will you show for me? Ooh, almost, there we go. The crag cat. So here's the crag cat. And it's on this clear plastic pedestal, so it looks like it is in pounce action. But again, look at all this great texture in the fur. And you have its open, snarly roar, and the claws are extended out like, gonna come out and get ya. The posing has been really cool to see. I keep saying cool. The posing has been fun to see because the poses themselves are almost telling a story of what's going on. And here's the next one. This is a big one. This is the Yeti. Look at this beast. Again, obviously the fur texture is popping out like crazy. You also have these great horns with texture detail in them. And talk about, oh, you're about to get a nasty swipe. I mean, look at the way this hand is made. It's ready for action, which I love. I love it when the poses are just in motion, ready to go. I mean, honestly, if a couple of these are put on the table and, first level, nope, bye. But here's the Yeti. I love even like the fangs. So, so, so cool. I know, I can't help it. And then here we have Frost Giant Skeleton. Diddy. Oh, that one popped up fast. Another great sculpt because of all these little details that are put into it. You have these shoulder plates, one with a skull on it, and one that's just this worn leather. The axe has seen some use, which I think is fantastic. There's wood grain in it. The helmet itself, you have more of these little skull details. And then the face, you have some of the teeth missing and just this get ready grin going on. And as you can go down, you see we have some of the rib cage poking through. And these massively heavy boots. And I love that the fabric is this worn, falling apart detail to it as well. So there's that guy. It really does have a lot of character, and that's just it. All of these sculpts have a presence to them, which when you put them onto the table, I think is important, because then it really draws everyone into the experience. It creates it a more immersive. Now these guys, I think it's Tekelili. I'm not quite sure. This is one of those things, I've read it so many times. Tekelili, maybe? Here's the bottom. I'm hearing a couple different things, so just FYI, I'm doing my best with that pronunciation. But like we were talking about the character, again, you have just the tension in the hands itself. It's so amazing to have that little feature included in there. And let's get this into the good focus zone. The musculature in the legs. Another one ready to come and get ya. So there's that one. And we have the tomb tapper. Here's the tomb tapper with the massive, first of all, let's talk about this. Look at this hammer. Look at that detail. I just think that's absolutely incredible. I love stuff like that. Clear bases really are the best. I am a huge, huge fan of the clear bases, because especially if you're one who puts a lot of work into using terrain, it just creates this more seamless feel to it when you start putting miniatures on top. So here's the tomb tapper. This is a whole lot of get me out of here. You have all these teeth. Yeesh. Not fun. No. Definitely not one that I'd want to say hello to. And now we're going to move on to the Knoll Hunter. And here's where I was talking about the different fabrics and materials you're going to see with a lot of these miniatures coming in. So you have the leather, and then this bone detail going on here. The wraps around the wrist. Beautifully done. You get the texture of its fur right through here. And then you also get this crazy texture of the animal hide for the cape. Just these little extra details are starting to come through, and it's amazing to see. So there's that one. Dee-dee-dee. Unpainted version. I can't speak to an unpainted version, but I completely understand what you mean there, Dave. How many boxes in it? If you get a brick, Steve, if you get a brick has 8 boosters in it. All right. And then in each booster, you get 4 miniatures, a large and 4 medium/small. Or 1 large, 3 medium / small. And here we have Villain Harpel. Is that showing? There we go. Villain Harpel. Or Harpel. With carrying the book and staff. And once again, like I was talking about, the different fabrics. And this is another cool one. Nas Lantamir. Really has a lot of details. And these are just the ones I wanted to feature for you. We have so many. And I want to make sure we can get to the other sets too that I have in store for you today. So there's that one. And then this one I love is the Night Hag. I just fought one of these recently in a game. Not fun. Tricky. But look at the details here. Just in the hair alone, how you have the braids, the staff, and the folds in the fabric. And you have these little skull and bone details. Yay! We're almost there. And here we have Zadarok Sunblight. He's another one that's been mentioned. Look at him. Look at this, with just the texture in the armor, texture in the cape, as well as the fur trim. It's most excellent. Yeah, I can't unbox them because I don't have the boosters. These are highlighted ones. And then here we have Avarice. Face forward, sweetie. So these are all characters you are going to encounter in Icewind Dale, and this set complements it nicely. So if you're one who likes to use miniatures for your tabletop games, highly, highly recommend you check this set out, especially if you're running the game. This is just a sampling of them. You can collect up the 44. There's 44 of them involved. And again, that comes in our bricks or boosters. So that's something, reach out to your FLGS and let them know that you're interested. They are releasing September 16th. So soon, very, very soon. And that being said, I think it's time to flip over to something else that's coming out soon. Not that one. Hold on a minute. My mouse went crazy on me and I was being a little bit of a tease right there. So another thing that's going to be coming out soon, and this is geared for October, and I am one who is quite a fan of this particular line because I am playing in a game right now currently for Curse of Strahd. So let me get the right ones out here. So we have two sets coming out. We have Curse of Strahd, Legends of Barovia, and Curse of Strahd, Covens and Covenants, which these are available for pre-order as well. And if you are playing Strahd, you're going to want to get these because they are very much geared towards that particular game. And let me just get my information out for that one. So for this, both of them are going for $39.99. Again, I have their SKUs in the description down below, but I thought it would be fun to give a look-see at these miniatures as well so you can get a taste for these. And yes, Curse of Strahd is a game that I'm currently playing on Saturdays. Goblin Katie, she knows quite well. I love how Leonora's like, what was that? That's something that's coming soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, Legends of Barovia, so you can see the minis that are coming in this one. So first up, we have Strahd himself. And there's a wine glass involved here, folks. Look at that. I just love this touch. So he is standing there in all his glory. And you can see we have this great detail to his cape, the fur over the shoulder. The wine glass is that particular clear, and then you have the wine in there. So he's set and ready and waiting for you because, you know, Strahd. So we have Strahd, and then trying to take these out carefully. We have Madame Ava, and oh, I enjoyed encountering this one. So here's Madame Ava, and she is holding her tarot deck. Just give her a quick little spin around here. So these come out in October, available for pre-order now. Again, FLGS, do be sure to reach out to them because remember, even though some may be closed, so to speak, they may also be offering things like curbside pickup or shipping to your home, depending on where you live and what precautions are being taken right now. Just keep that in mind. It's always good to reach out to them first just to double check and see. That's Madame Ava. Yes, Dustin, wine. Remember, this is YouTube. YouTube can be funky about some phrasing because, and here we have Baba Lysaga with her skulls. I love it. Perched upon a pile of skulls, hands folded. Look at the hair and the craping in the fabric. Another very, very cool. I'm looking at the chat now. Tiki. Oh no, Jessa, not R.I.P. What happened with that campaign? All right, I'm trying to... Let me move this away from the microphone because I do not want to make too much noise because I know it gets loud. Come out and play. I'm going to take one more out as it goes flying. Okay, so this is one more. And here you have Piddlewick 2. And just to give you a sense, I mean, this is just creepiness, and I'm here for it. Look at how creepy this one is. From the face to the gestures hat. Definitely, you know, slightly unsettling. So those are just a few from the Legends of Barovia. The whole set is fantastic. Here, I will even, let me do this. Now that I have this out of the box, I'll just do a quick little, and I like that the box you have the background in there too. But you can take a look at the other 3 that are there. So you get a good number of minis in each of these sets. All right, you get 7 in each of these, which is, you know, that's a decent amount of miniatures, pre-painted, ready to go once out of the box and onto the table. Always a great thing in my book. Yeah, nightmare fuel. Isn't that true? Absolutely nightmare fuel. I'm just saying many of the characters in camp. Aw. Will rise from the dead soon. Aw, well, you know. Hopefully you can find a way to keep that going, Jessa, because, you know, it's, you know, games like that, it's a shame when that happens. Okay, I'm going to open up Covens and Covenants now with my little sword opener. So here we have this set. And again, I'll show you in the box. Same price, $39.99, coming out in October. You get the artwork on the side, the lore, the artwork. I love this castle entrance. Actually, gates, I should say. So I'm going to take out just a few from here. Who do I want to show off? Because there are some fun ones. You gonna come out and play? Come here. If anything, you know they are nice and secure in the blister. Here we go. All right, pop this one out. So now I'm going to show you Athalia Wormwiggle. Stooped over, holding the lantern, cane in hand, with the worn clothes. So you have that one. Ooh. And then, you get her out. You have Basilica. Why am I blanking on the pronunciation there? But here we go. This one I haven't encountered as a player yet. But look at this for the veil. I thought this was a really neat touch. Again, we have that transparent plastic going on. So it has a veil-like quality to it. Just such a neat touch as opposed to just going with straight on plastic and just painting it red. But you get a sense of what she's like. Plus, I want her boots. I don't suck your blood, blah, blah, blah. I only say blah, blah, blah when I say I don't say it. You can name that movie. Bonus points. And here we have Rose. I am so in love with the details on this one. Just between the cape and you have the details on the clothing. It's just so neat. And along with Rose, this will be the last one I show from this case, there is, of course, oh no! There is, who just fell. Actually, there we go. Oop. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so here we have Thorn. I may have to do the adjusting thing because Thorn is so wee. But this is Thorn. Let's try a little bit. There we go. And again, the details on the coat. Love the folded hands. The hood is up. And just this little face peeking out from underneath it. You know, these two aren't creepy at all. Oh no. Come play with us. Right? So those are just a few of them from the Covens and Covenants. And fixing the zoom again, which, you know, we need to do just because of the different angles we got to take here. Once again, you get the gorgeous artwork in the background itself of the packaging. And here are the other three for you. So if you want more information on these, do be sure to check the description. Always check out whizkids.com and you can find different pages with more info there. or just, you know, contact your FLGS and say, hey, what's going on here with the Strahd minis, right? Because those will be good. And let me set this. I'm running out of space here on the sides. Let me put this down. Whee! And now we have, flip up. Now we have something that is coming out soon. Something that, again, is FLGS only. Now, we talked about this with the Manticore Paint Night Kit. Here we have the Ogre Zombie Paint Night Kit. Similar, well, same concept, basically. It's where you're going to be able to contact your participating FLGS, US only. All right, do keep that in mind, US only. We're looking to do international in 2021. But those of you in the US, reach out to your FLGS, let them know you're interested in participating in the Ogre Zombie Paint Night and see what they can do for you with that one. We will have a web page coming out soon for this one. It is to be announced. It is in the works. I love how you can see my screen within the screen thing. We'll get a little inception going on here. But this is something I wanted to share with you all so you know that this is what's coming down the pipeline for our next Paint Night event. And again, let me reiterate again what I've said with the Manticore. This is one of those things where the FLGS are taking precautions as needed based upon the stipulations in their state, okay? So we know that safe practices of social distancing needs to be kept in mind. So many stores are offering either a virtual paint night where they will stream the paint night with their customers, or they're allowing you just to come and pick up the miniature itself and then simply using the QR code to go to the tutorial so you can follow the tutorial at home from the comfort of your own home. But this is the kit. And again, we're sending this to FLG. It's only available through FLGS. Give them something fun to offer their customers, absolutely. And it comes with all this greatness inside. So you have the Ogre Zombie miniature from Dungeons & Dragons, Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures, 12 Alejo colors, 2 brushes, a water pot, and then the blister packet you can use as a palette. And these are all the colors that come in it. And you have some fun lore going on here. A hulking form emerges from the shadows in the stuttered shuffle. As it comes into light, you realize there is much more to this ogre. Its putrid, rotted flesh, is vacant stare, and slack jaw bring it to a whole new level of terror. Menacingly, it begins to lurk towards you. Are you ready to conquer the ogre zombie? Well, are you? So this is something super fun. October, reach out, let them know, sign you up. It is available US only. Again, I'm going to take this out so you can get a closer look here. So here we have the whole set. Unceremoniously tosses the box to the side. Here is the mini itself. Lots of fun detail in this one. I mean, the whole innard's kind of popping out. That's just heebie-jeebies. But in a good way. You have this great background going on here. So if it's something where you finish painting your miniature and you still want to keep it on display, you could very easily save this and pop it back into the box and keep it nice and protected. Because you've worked so hard on painting it, right? So there's the mini itself. And keep in mind, I mentioned this previously with the Wave 12 line, that you can get that particular miniature independently. You don't necessarily have to get it with a paint kit. And here is the paint kit, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. So you have your 12 pots, the 2 brushes, the water pot, and here you have the options for the palettes. You can thin your paints out, thin your wash out, everything like that, and get to work. So it's truly, everything is accessible and right at hand. So that, I'm just quickly looking over at the chat. These, honestly, Jess is right. These are a fantastic deal. You get so much for what's in the kit, and you can do some really cool things with it. So that is coming soon. That is something where if you really want to get in on it and you are in the US, let your FLGS know that you are interested and find out if they are participating, because that is exclusive to them. All right, you can't buy it online. I know people will be asking, can you buy this online? No. You can contact your FLGS and see if they're willing to sell it to you to take home. Maybe you can pick it up there curbside. Maybe they might ship it to you. All of that goodness. But it is not something you will be able to click online and purchase, bring home. So keep that one as a thought in your mind. Okay, let's see here. I have think we're done for the day, right? We're done, right? There's nothing else to talk about here. Totally not happening, because what else could I possibly have to share with you? I mean, there's the whole Icewind Dale is releasing September 16th, so you can still get your pre-orders in, which is fantastic. You just saw a few of those wonderful miniatures from the boosters. I have already shown you the Strahd, which I keep close at hand. So this fellow is coming out September 16th too. Lovely, massive dragon. It's gargantuan, right? It's a beauty. It's stunning. But yeah, I think it's time. Don't you think it's time? I think it's time to share some photos with you. And these are the pictures that people have been asking about. And I am thrilled to be able to share them with you today, because it's this ancient dragon. And of course it starts on that photo. Why not? But this is our Viatores. Okay. And happy to announce that if this lovely ancient white dragon is catching your eye, it's up for pre-order now. So this, definitely reach out to your FLGS. Say that you want to pre-order this massive mini, because that time is now. I'm going to talk to you about its size. I don't physically have it yet. Trust me, when I do have it physically in front of me, we will be doing a stream with that beauty. Okay, she is gorgeous. She is fantastic. You have that lovely option of that rider, which you can put on and you can take off of her, which is amazing. But since I don't have her here in person, I have means of sharing size with you. So the reason why I have the heckin' chonker, as I like to call it, with me is because on this base, it is a clear base, and we had made it known that this is its footprint. Okay, so keep that in mind. For a gargantuan, for the Strahd dragon, this is its footprint for battle purposes. However, this is where it gets fun. This is what the base will be for our Viatores. Okay, and I think I'm getting that pronunciation right. I did make sure to check with the whole sanctioned by Ed Greenwood, but this is the base size that you will be getting on that lovely ancient white dragon. Okay, so that gives you a sense of the size of the base. In terms of other dimensions, I'm going to be using my hand here. So in terms of height is from the tip of my finger to where I am pointing. All right, 7.5 inches, which is pretty decent. Now let's talk about length. If you're measuring from nose to tip of tail, that is, trying to get it. So if you want, I literally have to lean back. So if you want what its tip to tail measurement is, tip of my pointer to here. Yeah, there's that. Wingspan. Wingspan is literally tip of my finger to tip of my elbow. This is a massive dragon, and she is gorgeous, and the details are phenomenal. This is truly one that I cannot wait for people to get to see up close and personal, because as you can see from the pictures alone, there are some amazing little touches, like those scales and the folds in the neck, the expression on the face, the fact that you have that rider option is so incredibly amazing. And this is targeting for release in January 2021, but available today for pre-order. So I have made sure downstairs. I've made sure down in the description below that you can get that information on how to order with either your FLGS or online. But yes, this is that ancient white dragon that we revealed on D&D Live 2020 that so many have been getting excited about, rightfully so, because this is just incredibly wonderful. I cannot wait until I can actually physically. How am I going to do that? Now she says it, and now she's sitting here wondering, how am I going to show this? This is definitely going to be a So again, remember, the Chardolin is gargantuan. All right. That one in the pictures that are cycling through, that's an ancient. So we're definitely going to have a fun size comparison. I mean, here I can just do size right now. The young white adult and the Chardolin. And then once we bring Mama in, forget it. Then it's really going to be a crazy, crazy comparison. But I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun to share with all of you. So yes, that I wanted to make sure you all got to see the ancient white dragon Arviatris. There we go. And yeah, that's something just today found out, available for pre-order. I am super excited for that one. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks of it, because it's one of those things where it's going to be a super impressive piece. You're going to put that on the table and people are going to go, ugh, and you're probably going to need 5 minutes for everyone to take their moment to look it over and check it out and all that goodness. And you can see there, you get that little bit of a grid going on, so you can see the spans of it. I mean, look at those, look at the talons. Hello, the talons on the wings, amazing. So that has been all the fun I have to share with you today for our D&D line with our Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures Ogre Paint Night Kit, which again, store only. Reach out to them, let them know, excited for it, you want it, talk about it, October. And I also shared with you our D&D Icons of the Realms, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, booster and brick miniatures. Again, keep in mind the bricks, they come with 8 boosters in the brick. And in each booster, you get 1 large mini along with 3 medium or small mixed in there. And it's randomized, so it's mystery stuff. And what else? Oh, we also did the D&D Icons of the Realm, Icons of the Realms, Curse of Strahd, Legends of Barovia, and Covens and Covenants. And we finally, I shared with you the Dice Masters Trouble in Waterdeep game, which if you are a fan of Waterdeep, if you're a fan of D&D and you're looking into getting into a fun game, I would highly recommend you check that one out. That is out. That is already available if you want to look around for that one. Everything else here is either coming out very, very soon, available for pre-order, or coming out later on in the year. So please, please be sure to check out what's in the description for you and use that information to your advantage. Hello, what you looking at? I'm just starting to wrap things up. Oh gosh, I love that comment. Just wrap it like a birthday present and watch the horror on their faces. Could you imagine? It's like, set it up so it looks like Snowy Mountain type of thing with a white cloth over it, and they start to climb the... This is the DM starting to think, and I am not at all sorry for where my brain just went with that one. Oops. So yes, those are all the fantastic bits that I wanted to share with you today. Please be sure to join me next week, where we are going to take a look at a figure that I think many of you are going to be excited about due to the immense size of it in and of itself, and it is HeroClix related. So I will drop that little hint for you. But yes, next week we're going to do a nice little HeroClix feature on Mini Mayhem, and I can't wait for you to see this particular. It's not a mini. It's definitely not a mini. It's a figure. And I think for those of you who are HeroClix fans, as well as collectors of Marvel, are going to be very excited about this particular unboxing. And I should hopefully be joined by our fellow WizKid staff member, Jimmy. He's going to be joining me as well next week for some behind the scenes and information about this particular Galactus. I can't wait, because this one's been sitting and I've been looking at it in the box and I have been wanting to share it. So that is the plan for next week. That being said, I'm going to start closing things up. Thank you everyone who joined me today in the chat. Fantastic to see all of you in there. Oh, we have a last minute question coming in. Paint to Life. I'm not sure if these are going to be coming out unpainted. Don't have that information as of yet. If that's something I find out, I will share that with you all and let you know. So it's one of those things where I love seeing everyone. I love the interactions. I'm trying to check over where I can, when I can, and respond to any questions that might show up. If you haven't already, subscribe. Would be a great thing to do. And while you're there, hit the notification bell, because you'll know when lovely streams like this start to happen or when we have video uploads for you to view. So please make sure to do that. You can also find us on all of our socials. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and we also do have a Twitch channel, which, you know, if you see us popping in on the Twitch streams, hello, hi, how are you? That is us. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and we also have some other fun news that has been announced in the Magic the Gathering arena. And I'm just going to say, go and check the socials for that one, because that's another big announcement, which I think many of you are going to enjoy. That is it for me today. Thank you again. And I'm going to wrap this up as I like to wrap it up every single week, except I'm going to add something in really quickly. If you're enjoying this stream and you want to have some more fun, be sure to tune in next Tuesday with Jessa, because she is going to be starting Much Ado About Gaming, which is going to be a stream dedicated to our board games. And I think that is going to be another fun one for everyone to enjoy. Jessa, I am forgetting off the top of my head when you're doing that time slot. I believe it's around the same time, around noon. But just keep an eye out for that. And if not next week, then the week after. It's something we want to try and bring to everyone as well. Okay, I keep looking at the chat. And now I am going to say, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. And I'll see you next week with Mr. Galactus himself. Sound good? I'm thrilled. I can't wait. So until then, bye-bye.